Namaste, friends. Welcome to my channel. My name is Mike. Today we'll be going through a power vinyasa yoga class together. This class is going to be great to build strength, flexibility. We'll be challenging our balance a little bit. If you have props at home that you normally use, feel free to use them, but I'm not going to have anything here besides my mat. I want to make this practice as simple and accessible for you as possible. So this class is going to be great to energize yourself, to start off your day, or if you're taking this practice towards the end of the day, it'll be really nice to move your body and ground yourself. When you're ready, let's start in child's pose. Allow your breath to be the first thing that your mind pays attention to inside of your body today. Start to let in some deep inhales through the nose, filling up the space around your abdomen and your belly button. And with your exhales, soften, release. Creating space inside the body, creating space with the breath. Keep breathing nice and deeply. See if you can soften the shoulders and relax the hips even closer back to the heels. Take 2 more rounds of breath. Cool, and we'll meet in a tabletop position, shifting the weight forwards, stacking the shoulders on top of the wrist and the hips over the knees. Spread your fingertips as wide as you can, so much that you feel the webbing between the fingers start to expand. And we'll start to move a little bit with some cat-cows. With an inhale, drop your belly down towards your mat as you gaze up towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, round your spine, tuck your chin towards your chest. Good. Again, inhale, drop the belly, lift the chin, open the throat. Exhale, drop the tailbone, traveling up the spine. Head is the last thing to drop. Again, inhale, press the belly down, lift the chin. Exhale, press the spine up to the sky. Take 2 more rounds, flow with your breath, go at your own pace. Last round, last breath. And when you're finished, we'll meet in a flat back in tabletop. From here, spin your fingertips so that they face backwards towards your knees. And then gently start to drop your hips back towards your heels until you feel a bit of a stretch in your wrists and your forearms. Hang out here in stillness, or option to pedal your palms. And from here, we'll spin the hands back to face the top of the mat, slide them forwards, lift the hips, send them back, downward facing dog. Start off with a little self-expression here. Maybe add in some movement, pedaling the feet or rocking the hips side to side. Maybe lift a leg, make some circles, shake the head yes, shake it no. So many options. Be intuitive, do what feels good. And we'll take another breath or so, and then we'll meet in stillness. Take a deep breath in through the nose. And let it out the mouth. At the bottom of your exhale, gaze forward, step the feet all the way to your hands. And we'll meet in ragdoll pose. Opposite hand grabs opposite elbow. Soften the back of the neck, drop the head. Maybe add in movement here, maybe rock side to side, or bounce the elbows up and down. And just notice what it feels like to start moving, to start breathing. Should feel pretty good. Take one more breath here. As you breathe out, release your elbows, let your fingertips fall in front of your toes. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen the spine, gaze forwards. And as you exhale, drop the head, soften the back of the neck. Inhale, roll your spine all the way up to stand, reach the arms up, mountain pose. Press the palms together. As you exhale, bring the hands to heart center. Inhale, lift your sternum, your chest bone up towards your thumbs. Exhale, gently pull your navel back towards your spine. Soften your gaze or close your eyes. Lift and spread all of your toes off of the mat, shifting the weight back to the heels. Good, and then lower them back down. Inhale, sweep the arms up to the ceiling, mountain pose. Exhale, fold down to the ground. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your heels, come onto the tips of the toes. As you exhale, wave forward, come to a high plank position. Take a deep breath in here. As you exhale, roll back, downward facing dog. Good, and we'll do that 2 more times. Inhale, lift the heels, lift the tailbone. Exhale, slowly wave forward, high plank position. Inhale here. Exhale, roll back, downward facing dog. Last time, inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, articulate the spine forwards, high plank pose. Good, and from here we'll move into a chaturanga, so bending the elbows. Now you can lower the knees or keep them lifted. Inhale, we'll come into a cobra pose. Drop the hips, lift the chest, straighten the arms as much as feels comfortable. Soften the shoulders away from the ears. Good, take one more breath here. And as you exhale, shift the weight back and then roll over the toes, downward facing dog. Pause here for 3 rounds of breath. Focus on grounding the heels down into the earth. Soften the chest down towards your mat. Take one more breath. At the bottom of your exhale, gaze between the hands, travel the feet forwards. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Pause with no breath. Inhale, let the breath in as you reach up towards the sky, mountain pose. Exhale, hands to heart center. Again, inhale, sweep the arms up, gaze up to the thumbs. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, plant palms, step back into your chaturanga position. So bending the elbows. Again, knees can lower or stay lifted. Inhale, this time we'll come into upward facing dog. So lifting the knees, lifting the chest. As you exhale, roll back, downward facing dog. Pause here. Take 2 rounds of breath. One more breath. Gaze forward, step or hop the feet between the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise, mountain pose. Exhale, pull the hands to heart center. We'll keep these sun salutations going. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, hands plant, step or jump back, chaturanga, bend the elbows. Inhale, upward facing dog, roll the shoulders back, maybe lift the chin. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pause for one round of breath. And again, gaze forward, step or float the feet between the hands. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, fold down to the earth. Inhale, straighten the arms up to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart. Big inhale again, reach up. Exhale, dive down to the ground. Inhale, lift the chest, gaze forward. Exhale, hands plant, step or jump back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, take it back, downward facing dog. Pause here. Awesome job so far. Inhale, lift your right leg up to the sky. Exhale, place your foot between your hands. Big step forward. Might take a couple steps to get it there, no problem. Once you're there, drop your back knee down to your mat. Untuck your back toes. Inhale, sweep the arms up, Anjaneyasana. As you inhale, see if you can find length through the sides of your body as you lift the rib cage. As you exhale, try and keep the height of the chest. Take 2 more breaths. With your next exhale, plant the palms to frame your front foot. Lift your back knee. Inhale, reach your right arm up to the sky. Gaze up towards your right fingertips. Work to spiral open through the right shoulder and the right side of the body. Keep lifting your back knee for 3, 2, good, and 1. Lower your right hand down to the mat. From here, spin your back foot so it's flat on the ground behind you. Inhale, up we go, warrior number 1. So working to stack the right knee on top of the ankle. Doesn't have to be perfect. See if you can roll your outer right hip backwards. As you do so, you should start to feel a bit of a stretch in your left inner thigh. But see if you can keep the pinky toe side of the back foot grounding down. Pause for 1 more breath. As you breathe out, plant the palms. Your choice here. You can step straight back into downward dog, or feel free to take a vinyasa with me here as we move into our chaturanga. Inhale into upward dog. And exhale back, downward dog. Take a deep breath in. Exhale it out. Inhale, lift the left leg high. Exhale, step it forwards. Drop the back knee. Untuck the back toes. Inhale, arms reach up, Anjaneyasana. Spread the fingertips. Soften the shoulders. Find length in the side body. 2 more breaths. Last breath here. As you breathe out, plant the palms. Lift the back knee. Come onto the back toes. Inhale, reach the left arm up. Twist open through the left rib cage and the left side of your chest. For 3, 2, And 1. Left hand returns to the ground. Anchor the back foot flat. Inhale, arms reach up, warrior 1. Deep bend in the left knee. Usually the left knee is a little bit further behind the ankle than we would like it. So really see if you can give a generous bend into that front leg. Left hip is rolling back. Right pinky toe of the back foot is grounding down. Take one more breath. And as you exhale, we'll plant the palms and either step back or flow back into downward dog. Great job. Gaze forward. Step or float the feet between the hands. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, Utkatasana chair pose. Big toes come together, arms reach up to the sky. Work to really suck your navel towards your spine to engage the core. Allow the hips to drop even closer down to the ground. Spread the fingertips wide. Find your breath for 3, 2, and 1. Straighten the legs, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms. I'll meet you back in downward dog. You can step back or add in a vinyasa if you'd like. Good job, yogis. We'll finish off this Sun B. Inhale, lift your right leg up. Exhale, big step forwards. Plant the back foot flat. Inhale, warrior 1, just one breath. Gaze up between the hands. Exhale, hands return down. And let's take a vinyasa together, moving into a low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Lift the thighs. Exhale, take it back, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the left leg up. Exhale, big step forwards. Back foot spins and plants. Inhale, arms reach up, gaze up. Exhale, hands return down. Left foot steps back, elbows bend, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, roll back, downward facing dog. Fantastic job, my friends. Drop your knees to your mat. Take a child's pose here. And just like we did at the start of our sequence, see if you can slow down the breath. Bring the attention inside of the body. And just notice what it feels like after moving through that flow. It should feel pretty nice to move the body, to deepen the breath, to focus on yourself. And when you're ready, we'll meet back in downward facing dog. Inhale, extend your right leg up to the sky. Exhale, hug the knee to the chest and then step the foot between the hands. Inhale, reach the arms up to the ceiling, high lunge. So the back heel is lifted. We're engaging the back leg, pressing through the back toes. Bring the hands to heart center. Press your palms together. Take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, rotate your torso to the right side and hook your left elbow across your front knee. You can always drop your back knee down here if need be, no problem. You can stay in the prayer twist, or if you'd like to take it deeper, option to open your arms. Eye gaze can be down or up towards your top hand. Breathe deeply. 3, 2, And 1. Strong legs. Inhale back into high lunge. Exhale, plant the back foot, open the arms, warrior 2. Feel the sensation in the right thigh. Breathe into it. Straighten your right leg. Inhale, reverse just for 1 breath. Reach back, lengthen the right side body. Exhale, bring the arms back. Down we go. Triangle pose. Right hand is going to either grab the ankle or fingertips can come to the ground. Feel free to play with your stance a little bit. So if you have a very wide stance, maybe slide the back heel a little forward. See how that feels inside your body. Find length through both sides of the body and the crown of the head. Option to gaze up towards your top hand. Take 2 more breaths. Keep reaching up. Start to bend into your right knee. Slide your right fingertips forwards. We're moving into half moon pose. So when you're ready, we'll lift the left leg. Find the balance. Once you feel steady, focus on spiraling the left shoulder open towards the ceiling. And really kick through your left leg as firmly as you can. Lift the leg nice and high. Option to gaze up or keep the eye gaze down. For 3, 2, and 1. Lower the left hand down, and we're going to slowly bend into the right knee and land your lifted foot towards the back of the mat. So fingertips are framing the front foot. We'll straighten the right leg. Inhale, lengthen the spine, lift the chest. Exhale, fold. Drop the head down towards the knee. Parsvottanasana, pyramid pose. Breathe into the back of your leg. Take 3 breaths. With your exhale, soften the head down. Last breath. With your next inhale, lengthen the spine, lift the chest. As you exhale, plant your left hand on the outside of your front foot. Now, the goal is to get the back heel flat in this pose. So if that's hard for you, see if you can slide the back foot closer towards the front foot. When you're ready, inhale, reach the right arm up to the ceiling, revolve triangle. Anchor down through both heels, press firmly through the left hand. Eye gaze can stay down or it can go up to the top hand. Use the breath to spiral open. 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Lower the top hand down. Crawl your fingertips to face the left side of your mat. We'll pivot both feet to face the left side. Plant the palms, shoulder width distance on the mat, in between the feet. Inhale, straighten the arms, lift the chest. Exhale, drop the head as you fold forwards. Several deep breaths here. Try and keep the legs engaged. Think of lifting your kneecaps to engage your leg muscles. 2 more breaths. Inhale, straighten the arms, bring the chest back up. As you exhale, crawl the hands back to the top of your space and either step back into downward dog or take a vinyasa with me here, moving into our chaturanga. Inhale to upward dog. Exhale, take it back, downward dog. Great job, my friends. Left side. Inhale, lift the left leg. Exhale, use the core to step the foot forwards. Back heel will stay lifted. Inhale as we reach up into high lunge. Arrive inside your body in this moment. Press the palms together at heart center. Inhale, fill up the lungs. Exhale, empty the lungs as we twist left, right elbow hooks across the knee. Keep pressing through the back toes. Again, back knee can always drop down here. Stay here. If you'd like to go deeper, open the arms. Rinse open through the spine. 3, 2, and 1. Strong legs. Inhale, back up, high lunge. Exhale, warrior 2. Deep bend in the front knee. Moving towards the sensations in the body with an equanimous mind. Straighten the front leg. Inhale, 1 breath, reach back. And exhale, come back forwards and take it down, triangle pose. Work to tuck your left hip underneath your pelvis. Option to gaze up. 2 more breaths. Reach the head forwards, last breath. Keep reaching up, bend the left knee, slide the left fingertips forwards, and with a big inhale, lifting the right leg, half moon pose, Ardha Chandrasana. Find steadiness through the left ankle. Kick through the right leg, revolve open through the lifted arm. Maybe gaze up for 3, 2, and 1. Right fingertips return to the ground, slowly bending the left knee. And we'll land the lifted foot towards the back of the mat. Straighten your front leg. Frame the front foot with the fingertips. Inhale, find length through the spine. Exhale, drop the chest, drop the head, pyramid pose. 3 deep breaths. Work to gently pull the left hip back. One more breath. Good. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, right hand plants on the outside of the front foot. Again, keep in mind that if the stance is super wide, maybe play with shortening the stance before we move into the full expression. Whenever you're ready, we'll reach the left arm up and open revolved triangle. Grounding the heels, opening through the left shoulder, and breathing through the whole body. 3, 2, and 1. Left hand returns to the ground. Fantastic job. Crawl your fingertips over to the right side of your mat. Feet are going to pivot over to face that side. I'm going to face the camera. Yogi's choice here. Option 1, grab your big toes with your peace fingers and your thumbs. Option 2, interlace the fingertips behind your back, straighten the arms for the shoulder opener. Take 3 breaths. Each exhale, see if you can bring the top of the head closer to the earth. With the next exhale, whatever variation you have, we'll bring the hands back to the ground. Inhale, straighten the arms, lengthen the spine. Exhale, crawl the hands back forwards, top of your mat, and we'll meet back in downward dog. Great job with that. Gaze forward, step or float the feet between the hands. Inhale, find length. Exhale to fold. Inhale, rise up, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. All right, we'll move into a couple balancing poses here. We'll start with a tree pose. Lift your right foot. Either bring the foot to your ankle or to the inner thigh. Any expression with the hands, hands at heart center or arms reaching up to the sky. Lock your eye gaze, your drishti, on one point in front of you. And then find your breath for 3, 2, and 1. Slowly come back down and move right into the other side. Really focus on grounding firmly through the inner edge of your bottom foot, the big toe side. Mind is nice and relaxed. Thoughts are focused on the breath and the body. For 3, 2, and 1. Coming back down. Inhale, lift your right knee up towards the ceiling. Exhale, bring your right hand on top of your knee and your left hand to your left hip. So this is our first variation of our standing leg raise. If you'd like to go deeper, option to bring your peace fingers to grab your right big toe and then play with extending the leg. But keep in mind, this is a perfect place to be with the knee bent. Stack your head on top of your heart and your heart on top of your pelvis. Keep pressing firmly through the left leg. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, we'll open to the right side. Keep rolling the left hip back as you open up. Pause here. One more breath. And with your next inhale, start to come back to center nice and slowly. As you exhale, release the foot. Great work. Inhale, lift the left knee. Exhale, left hand comes on top of the knee. Right hand comes to the hip. Stay here or grab the big toe with the peace fingers. Try and straighten the right leg as much as you can. And then if you have the big toe, option to extend the leg. Try and find a straight spine. So try not to lean back too much here. Slowly open the leg to the left. One more breath. Be as steady as possible. And next inhale, leg returns back. And we'll lower down. Big toes are together. Good work. Inhale, mountain pose, reach up. Maybe add in a little back bend here. As you exhale, dive down to the ground. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, plant the palms, and we'll meet back in downward dog. Gaze forwards. We're going to move into a malasana prayer squat. So option to just step the feet to the sides of your hands or feel free to jump forwards. Be playful with a little hop. And we'll all meet in a malasana prayer squat, hands at heart center. Lift your chest, find length through your spine. Inhale, reach your left arm up to the ceiling, Open your right hand towards the right side of your mat, coming into a twist. Gaze up towards your top hand. Stay here, or option to move into a half bind, wrapping the left hand behind your back. And then if a full bind is accessible and that would feel good, option to interlace fingertips. But remember, don't crank yourself into any pose. We come to our mats to have an experience inside of our bodies. So what we're feeling on a physical level is much more important than how deep we go into a pose. Take one more breath. Good, and then we'll bring the hands back to heart center, reset here. Inhale, other way, right arm reaches up. And again, stay here or find your expression, half bind or full bind. One more breath. And back we come, hands at heart center. All right, friends, we'll play a little bit here with an arm balance. So if you're comfortable with crow, feel free to go there. If crow is new to your practice or you're working on it, we'll play with spreading the fingers nice and wide, creating a nice wide base of support as we bring the knees either to the backs of the elbows, right on top of the elbows. There's a little crease that the knees can balance in. That might not feel right in your body, so feel free to bring the knees towards the sides of the arms a little higher up, and then squeeze the knees towards the sides of your arms. Either leg variation, eye gaze is going to be forwards, and we'll shift the weight forwards. Your fingertips are your brakes here. So when you feel like you might fall forwards, you have to press the fingertips firmly into the ground, and that's going to bring the weight back towards the heels. So wherever you are, be brave, have fun, hold for 3, 2, keep hugging the heels up to the glutes, and 1, slowly return back into your Malasana prayer squat. Fantastic job, friends. Whether you were flying or not, great effort. Plant the palms. We'll meet back downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg up to the sky. Exhale, swing it through half pigeon pose. Move right into your expression here. Forearms can come to the ground. Fingertips can crawl forwards. So we just transitioned into one of the most active poses in yoga, crow pose, to one of the most passive, relaxing poses. Although it might not feel totally relaxing, it might be a pretty intense stretch in your hip. Nonetheless, see how quickly you can slow everything down in this position of stillness. Take 3 deep breaths. And with your next inhale, start to lift the chest back up. From here, we'll move into a 3-legged down dog with the right knee bent. And then make some circles, counter stretch. It should feel pretty nice to move in this way after that intense hip stretch. And when you're ready, return the right foot to the ground. Inhale, the left leg lifts. Exhale, cruise it through half pigeon pose. Slowly moving into it. There's no rush here. Be patient with the body. Bring your attention into the left hip. Feel the sensations that are arising. Deepen your breath. Take 2 more breaths. And with your next inhale, start to rise back up. And with your exhale, back we go. 3-legged dog, left knee is bent. And we'll take our circles. And then the left foot will come back down to the ground. From here, drop your knees down to the mat. Come to a seated position with your legs facing the top of your mat. Big toes are together. Anchor your knees down to the ground. Pull your toes back towards your body. Inhale, sweep the arms up. And exhale, fold over the legs. Paschimottanasana. Option to grab the ankles with the hands, or the sides of the feet, or the big toes with the peace fingers. Inhale, find length from the tailbone through the lower back. Exhale, drop the head, relax. 3 rounds of breath. With your next inhale, start to lift back up. And exhale, release whatever you have with your hands. Slowly start to make your way onto your back. And we'll move into our inversions here. 2 options. Option 1, waterfall pose. Lift the legs up towards the ceiling. I like to stack my palms behind the back here. If you have a block at home, you can also bring the block right behind your back. Or shoulder stand, bringing the hands to the mid-back and then lifting all the way up. Traditionally, these inversions are believed to be some of the healthiest poses that we can do for our bodies in yoga. We're reversing the direction of the blood flow, restoring and rejuvenating the body after our practice. Feel free to hang out here for another couple of breaths. If you'd like to take it into plow pose, Halasana, the legs will drop behind the head. If the toes aren't quite touching the ground today, perfectly fine. I would recommend keeping the hands on the lower back. Eventually the toes will touch. When they do, option to interlace the fingertips and straighten the arms out. Take another breath or 2, and then slowly start to roll out onto your back once again. We'll land the feet at the top of the mat, big toes together. We'll move into a counter stretch Matsyasana fish pose. So 2 options here. Option 1, lift the upper back, bending the elbows, and then just drop the head back. Option 2, if you want to go deeper, you can bring the crown of the head on top of the mat and then press the palms into the earth. Some people like to bring the hands underneath the butt here. So just find what feels comfortable. Wherever you go, work to lift your chest, your sternum up towards the ceiling, and relax your throat. Take 3 deep breaths in and out through the nose. One more breath. And then slowly tuck the chin back to the chest. Rest the back of the head on your mat. Hug your right knee into your chest. And as you exhale, open the knee to the left side. Extend your right arm open to the right. Gaze over the right shoulder. 3 breaths here. Make sure that you're still focused on the body and the breath. Allowing everything to slow down. And we'll twist back to center and switch the legs. Left knee hugs in, opens to the right, left arm reaches left. Creating space with the breath. Each breath is a new breath. And we'll come back to center. Hug both knees into the chest. Wrap the arms around the legs. Lift the forehead up to the knees. Really curling in tightly. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Exhale it out the mouth. Extend your legs straight. Open your arms. Shavasana pose. Feel free to take a moment or two to really get comfortable here. Make any adjustments that you need to make. And then feel free to close your eyes. Let go of the control of your breath. Allow your attention to drop inwards, inside the body, as you surrender and let go. Allow your breath to be the first thing that your mind comes back to inside your body. Take a deep inhale. Enjoy the sensation of the air rushing into your lungs, energizing the body. Let it out your mouth. Wiggle the fingers and the toes. Inhale, take a full body stretch, reach the arms overhead. And then roll onto either side of your body, coming into a fetal position. And then we'll come up to a seat, top of the mat. Rest the hands on top of the knees. Find length in the spine. Coming into a place of ease. Press the palms together at heart center. And we'll share our final breath of our practice together. Deep inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Anything you're holding on to, let it go here. Bring the thumbs to rest between the eyebrows in a symbol of gratitude. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me today. The light in me sees and honors the light in you. Namaste. Thank you very much for joining me, friends. I hope you feel grounded and energized after this practice. Again, my name is Mike. If you have questions, comments, or feedback, feel free to let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to hit the like button and subscribe if you'd like to see more of my videos in the future. Thanks so much for watching. Namaste.